Hi YouTube, my name's Jeremy. Here on MyLapBandJourney, I am the Wednesday vlogger. Today's topic is how are you after surgery regarding pain, and does the fill hurt, and how much food do you eat now? Surgery, how was I after surgery? Well, went into surgery, had no idea. I pretty much went into pre-op. They gave me some drugs to calm my nerves, so to speak, and I don't remember anything after that. I went into surgery, came out of surgery, I guess a half hour is as long as the surgery took. I woke up shortly after and just had some pressure in my chest, and that was about it. I didn't have any pain in my throat or from being tubed, and I just had a lot of pressure in my chest when I came out. They gave me some drugs when I came out, and I told them what was going on. There were a few people around. They moved me right up to a room within probably 10 minutes, and I got up to the room, and probably 20 minutes after that, they came and got me, and I had to go have an upper GI. The upper GI I was really nauseous after when they were doing the upper GI. They had me get up real quick out of a chair and stand and drink a bunch of barium, and I really didn't feel like drinking anything. I'd never had anesthesia before, so I didn't know how I would feel. So they didn't know how I would feel, and I was just real nauseous. They didn't want me to throw up, so I got through the upper GI, put me back in the wheelchair, went back up to my room. Nurse came in, gave me some Toradol, which I think is an anti-inflammatory, and said that basically they wanted me to stay overnight. They didn't feel that I should go home. I wanted to go home. I felt like I could go home, but they said no because they didn't want me throwing up, and because I was feeling nauseous from my anesthesia, they wanted me to stay in case I threw up or had anything like that. So pretty much that whole night and day, I just had a lot of pressure in my chest. I want to say it was gas pain. I don't know. I had pain where my port wasn't too bad. It was just more uncomfortable. Couldn't lay on my side. The pain wasn't really unbearable. They gave me pretty much anti-inflammatories that whole day, night, and then the next day. And at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd woke up and I was in a lot of pain. So just with pressure, and I called down, had them give me something, and they gave me something pretty stronger, and I felt a lot better after that. So, excuse me. I went home the next day, probably at about noon. I felt good after that. I mean, I just had pressure, and it was kind of uncomfortable where my port was. Nothing really terrible. I'd never had surgery before, so I had nothing to compare it to. I've had other things like broken arms and stuff like that, and that hurt much worse than surgery. So over the next week, little by little, the pain went away in my chest. My port, I had to get used to sleeping. I was used to sleeping on my side. I couldn't sleep on my side with the port, so I had to sleep on my back. The hard part was twisting to get out of bed. Was a little painful. The doctor only sent me home with suspended Motrin and Tylenol. So I didn't have anything really strong to take. I don't know if I needed it. I wasn't experiencing terrible pain or anything like that. So that's what he gave me. And pain was probably gone in 5 days completely. The awkwardness of having the port there, probably a week before I could start actually sleeping regularly on my side. The fill. I just went and had my first fill on Monday. My doctor and insurance require me to wait 3 months before I can have a first fill. My doctor got called to Haiti, so it was a little longer than 3 months. But I had my first fill. As for pain, just a little sting from actually the numbing shot is what hurt. Nothing. The fill I didn't have any pain. He put a little bit too much in, and it felt like I was going to. He had me drink some barium. They did it under X-ray, like a C-arm X-ray, and I kind of got back. I could tell that it wasn't going down well, so he backed off a little bit, and pretty much just, that didn't hurt. There was no pain in the fill. I am still on a liquid diet, so I haven't got into food, so I can't tell you if I've had, I haven't had any pain since. But it was pretty simple. My next one isn't going to be under X-ray or fluoro is what they call it. So I'm going to go to his office, and they're just going to fill me in the office. But I have to wait another 3 months before I have another fill. So they only let me do it every 3 months. How much food do I eat now? I eat around 1,200 calories. I eat protein. I have to get in 80 grams of protein a day. I try and do it by eating it. I don't drink usually my protein, like protein shakes or anything like that. Usually the higher protein shakes have higher calories. I don't do that. I do when I'm on the liquids. I drink a protein shake for lunch, which is 60 calories in one shake, but it's close to 300, or 60 grams of protein in one shake, but it's close to 300 calories. So, food that I was eating up until I had the fill. I would stick to 12 to 1,500 calories a day. I found it easier probably in the last month and a half to eat more food. My hunger increased up until I had the fill. My hunger was increasing. It was waking me up at night, but I got through it. It wasn't that bad. I just drank more fluids, make sure you eat protein first. And I eat like ground turkey and season it up. I eat Greek yogurt with sometimes granola. I'm trying to think of all the stuff I eat. Egg beaters. I eat egg beaters for breakfast. Sometimes I'll just have a Greek yogurt. Eat chicken. I eat broccoli. I know there's some stuff I haven't been able to try out since I've been filled, so I'm going to be curious to, like, what's the broccoli going to feel like if, I don't chew it up right, but I'm not at that stage yet, so there's a ton of stuff I eat. I just make sure that I eat my protein first. I get the 80 grams of protein in. That's the important thing. I take a multivitamin. That's about it. As for eating, I guess watch my videos and see up and coming, because now that I've had fill, I'm still on a liquid diet. Next week I'll be off of it. I'll be able to tell you more of what I can and can't eat. I'm not going to really go outside of what my nutritionist has told me, but we'll see how I do. Thanks for watching MyLapBandJourney, and my name is Jeremy, also known as The Germ, and the number 1 is my own channel. Stay tuned tomorrow, and Denise will be here to give you her views. And thanks for watching.